Welcome to the video where we're going to dismantle the Abu number 5 reel, the 105R. This is also one of the Cardinal series and it is a spinning reel. Okay, with this reel, side case has 4 screws, but side case won't come off unless you loosen this off. Okay, so inside there's a bearing which comes out. Okay, there's also a pair of washers, so don't lose those. So this here, this little screw here, releases the pin. Just here, and that releases this. Don't forget to take the clip off. Okay, so what you saw hitting the deck there was a brass nut, and that is a nut fixer. Okay. You can lift this off. Now sometimes this comes away with the bearing. The bearing, as you can see there, the bearing is on the end there, and sometimes it doesn't. Basically, it doesn't really matter at this stage, but the bearing does come off and has to be put back in separately because it won't go over the cog. And then you've got these two pieces here, which are the two, the cam cog and the cam rider cog. Cam rider, and that leaves you with the inside of the reel. Okay, so we'll have a look at this next. So there's a washer here, which is a flathead washer, which needs to go on underneath the drum. And the clutch assembly just lifts away. Now if you've got a problem with this clutch assembly, we have got another video on this. So okay, so you can see now, there you go. In order to remove the head gear, there's a double washer just there near my finger, and then there's these screws to come out. Okay, so as you can see, and on the head assembly there's another bearing and 2 washers on top of it. Okay, when you take that off, be wary that there's a spring there and it might go flying across the room. So you're slacking that off, it allows you to get this, and you can also pop that out, which is essentially the handle if you want to. You don't really need to be honest. Okay, so there's a screw in the end here. And then you can just see there's a clip. This clip has to be removed before you can get the rest of it out. Okay, so the way to remove this is to use the drag thing as a spanner and just screw it off. And you can kind of see it falls off. Okay, so then you got a drag washer sequence. Now, it's important when you take this apart, and this comes apart fairly easily, that you keep all the washers in sequence. So you've essentially got a drag washer on one side, and a drag washer on the other side, and then a steel shim, and then a drag washer, a large drag washer, and then a flatted shaft steel shim, and then another steel friction shim, and in between that there's another flatted washer there. That is not the same as the real diagram. I think they've got it slightly wrong in the real diagram, if you want my opinion, but anyway, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Okay, so that's your real body taken apart. Right, there is one last piece you can remove if you wish. You got a little cross point. You can take this. This is the ticker, which when the fish is running, it shows you the fish is running. Right, on this level of reel, essentially the bail arm is held on behind a cover. Keep all the grot out of it. So that's the balance weight, and it's glued on, and you can't really take it off. Well, I suppose you could, but you'd have to glue it back on again, which is not very smart really. So this screw here releases the bail arm side. That now comes away, and if you twist it, you can pull it off the bail arm completely. Okay, the other side also has two screws, a small one and a larger one. So underneath here we've got the spring for the bail arm. It's like a piston spring, and this little silver thing here, this is the actuator, which makes it snap back. Oh yeah, this is the kind of thing where you need to cut your finger on it so it doesn't go flying across the room. So this assembly here, this will be covered in grot usually. Obviously I've pre-cleaned it for this video, but you need to clean all the stuff off this, generally speaking. So that leaves the bail arm now completely loose. So there is one last bit of de-assembly for this video, and that is this little section here, which we'll now do next. So there's a screw in the end, just in here. Okay, and that then just lifts away. So we'll just run through the components, just make sure you got them all. There's the screw, which you can just see hanging off the end there. There's a shaped washer, and the shaped bit goes onto that side, the flat bit goes onto that side, and then under here you've got a guide, and inside the guide there's a ball bearing race which does come out, and then there's a plastic washer inside there. Okay, generally speaking, you should give this a route every now and again, because it's the one that's exposed to the elements, and that's the ball bearing race. If any of the 5 go wrong, it's probably going to be that one, because that's one that's going to get seawater in it if you're using it in the sea, for example. But that particular ball race, if you put it onto the end there, take it out there and put it onto the end there and just turn it with your finger and just see if it's smooth. If it's smooth, it's fine. If it sounds a bit grittly, then you need to go on eBay and buy another one. Okay folks, that's the end of this dismantling video. Thanks so much for watching folks, bye.